Hello and welcome to LIS Learn Italian Songs, Learn Italian with Songs. Io sono Pietro and this is video number 2 dedicated to the song Sugli Sugli Bane Bane by the band Le Figlie del Vento, the Daughters of the Wind. This is the translation part. If you want to know more about the band, or if you want to listen to the song, go and check out the previous video that I made about Sugli Sugli Bane Bane, and you can also listen to the original 1973 version of this tune. And let's start with the translation. Some important words or phrases will be highlighted in the lower part of the screen. So let's start from the very beginning. A very good place to start. Sugli Sugli Bane Bane is the first line, as it is the title, and it doesn't mean anything, at least in Italian. Sugli could mean on the, but Bane Bane does not mean anything. If you are from the island of Bali or you speak Balinese, please tell me if these words are actual words of your language and maybe tell me their meaning. The second line is Tu mi scugli le banane, and here we have another strange line, because tu mi scugli le banane, a strange way of saying you mix the bananas. Now, the funny word in this line is miscugli. Miscugli in the Italian language, the singular would be miscuglio, means a mixture. Un miscuglio, one mixture. Due, tre, mille, 2, 3, 1,000 miscugli. Mixtures. There is no verb miscugliare. It is a made-up verb. The author of the song made up this verb to make it sound more strange. It would sound something like you mix up the bananas. It's not proper Italian. Le banane means the bananas. And then it proceeds, third line, le miscugli in salsa verde. Le miscugli. Miscugli is you mix them up. Le is them. Le refers to the bananas. In salsa verde. Salsa is sauce. Verde is green. You mixture them up in green sauce. Following line, chi le mangia nulla perde. Chi le mangia literally means who them eats. Chi means who, but in this case it means he or she, or the person who eats them. Mangia eats le them. Nulla perde. Nulla is nothing. Perde is loses. Now I translated this chi as he who, just for the sake of being brief. Had I wanted to be complete, I should have written he or she who eats them. Another translation could be those who eat them, but chi really means who. So who eats them, he or she who eats them, nothing loses. Second verse, so to say, first line is chi le lascia, lascia il gatto. Once again, chi is who, so he or she, or those who, lascia, leave, le, them. So those who leave them, either the bananas or the sugli sugli bane bane, leave the cat. I really don't know the meaning of this line. It proceeds with ma deve essere un po' matto. Ma is but, deve essere, he or she must be, deve, must, or has to, essere is be, un po', a bit, matto is mad or crazy. So those who leave them, the bananas maybe, leave the cat, but they, or he or she, who leaves them, must be a bit mad, a bit crazy. Lo diceva un livornese. Un livornese is a person from Livorno, which is a town in Tuscany. So a person from Livorno, un livornese, diceva, used to say, lo, it. So a person from Livorno used to say it. Following line, che tornò da quel paese. A person from Livorno, from the previous line. Che is who, tornò, came back, da, from, quel, that. Paese is country. So a person from Livorno who came back from that country used to say it. We come to the waltz part, where the rhythm changes, and it says, questa è la filastrocca. Questa, this, è, with the accent, is, la filastrocca, the nursery rhyme. Filastrocca is a nursery rhyme. Dell'isola di Bali. Dell'isola, of the island, di Bali, of Bali. Next line, la raccontava sempre. And next line, un vecchio marinaio. Let's start from the fourth line of this verse. Un vecchio marinaio means a vecchio, old. Marinaio is seaman or sailor. So an old sailor. La raccontava sempre. Raccontava is used to tell. Sempre is always. And la is it. So an old sailor used to tell or to recite or to say it. Sempre is all the time. Diceva, he said, sugli sugli, sugli sugli, è un piatto prelibato, is, è. Un piatto, a dish, and here's a helicopter. Prelibato is another way to say delicious. We could say delizioso or prelibato, very good and a very fine dish. Piatto is a dish or a plate. Lo mangia volentieri anche chi ha già mangiato. Let's start again from the second line. Anche chi ha già mangiato. Chi ha già mangiato is chi, he or she who. Ha già, has already. Mangiato means eaten, and it's understood that we're talking about a meal. So he or she who has already eaten a meal, anche, also, lo mangia volentieri. Previous line. Lo mangia, mangia is eats, lo is it. Volentieri is with gusto or with pleasure. So he or she who has already eaten a meal eats it what? The sugli sugli bane bane, the delicious plate. How? Gladly or happily. Volentieri. And then it repeats. Diceva sugli sugli. This old sailor used to say diceva sugli sugli. Ti fa ringiovanire. Ti fa is makes, ti is you, ringiovanire, become younger. Giovane is young, so makes you become younger. E poi col bane bane, e is and, without the accent, e means and. Poi is then, col bane bane, col is the union of con più il, with the bane bane, and then, with the bane bane, tu lo potrai condire. Tu is you, potrai is will be able to, future tense of potere. Condire is season, so put some seasoning. Lo is it. E poi col bane bane tu lo potrai condire. And then you will be able to season it with the bane bane, which we don't know what it is. And then it repeats, diceva sugli sugli. He said, he used to say, sugli sugli. Se impari a cucinare, say is if, impari is you learn, a cucinare is a to cucinare, cook. So if you learn to cook, the sugli sugli. In fronte la fortuna. In fronte literally means in forehead or on your forehead, on your brow. La fortuna means the luck or luck. Presto ti bacerà. Presto is soon. Bacerà is will kiss, future tense of baciare. Ti is you. So soon luck will kiss you on your brow. And this ends this translation of an absurd song. I hope you found it useful. And as usual, if you liked this video, give it a thumb up, pollice su with a plaster, pollice su mi piace, subscribe to the channel, donate if you want, and above all, spread the word, copy the links to my videos and share them on social media. And I'll see you on the next lesson of LIS, Learn Italian Songs, Learn Italian with Songs. Ciao!